Welcome to another episode of Swara Presents Beyond the Boundary, powered by Solis. Today we are joined by South Africa's skipper, Laura Wolvaardt. So let's just straight away jump into the interview.
Talking of the larger picture, South Africa recently announced the new domestic structure. So how important it is to have that depth beyond the international side?
Yeah, that's been a really great addition. I think for the first time we're going to have more than just the South African team that's able to focus on cricket full time. I think it'll just help with all of the depth in the country. I think that's been something that we've been struggling with, is if we do have injuries or retirements, is just finding replacements that are sort of at the same level, which has been difficult when a lot of provincial players don't necessarily have the times and the means to get in the training that they need to. But yeah, so hopefully it just increases the depth in women's cricket, and it's been a really great addition.
Talking of, again, the development of the larger scale, there has been announcement about equal match fee as well. So how do you look at that level?
Yeah, I think that's been a great step in the right direction as well. I think, yeah, to be paid the same for the same day's work is something that we were striving towards, and to have that now after a successful World Cup campaign, yeah, I think it just shows that we're playing good cricket and that there are benefits to that, I guess. And yeah, we're really grateful as a team that we've reached that level.
Now let's talk about, on a personal note, you have always been considered as a consistent performer in ODIs, but in recent times you have been playing in various leagues, be it the WBBL, WPL or the 100. How do you look at the evolution of you yourself as a T20 player that's much sought after across the world now?
Yeah, it's definitely something a couple of years ago that I sort of made a conscious effort to be better at. I think I was sort of in and out the South African T20 side, but I really worked hard on a lot of options a few years ago, and it's still a continuous work in progress, because just as you think you're getting better, other players and bowlers are also getting better. So it's constantly adapting and evolving, and I think I just need to keep working on my game to keep being sort of picked for those leagues. But yeah, it's been great, especially being able to contribute for South Africa and T20s has been really nice.
Yeah, talking of cricket leagues, various franchise leagues, which one you found the toughest to play in?
I would say the toughest for me is probably Big Bash. I just think the standard of cricket in Australia is really good. I think every team that you play against is almost like an international team, and it's almost like international cricket standards. I think that league's also been around for, 10 years now, so their domestic players have had a lot of sort of experience in that league, so they know what they're doing, and yeah, it's a tough league to play.
Yeah, talking of WBL, you will be once again turning up for Adelaide Strikers this year. So how are you looking forward to the WBL once again?
I'm very excited. I think especially going back to Strikers, I've really enjoyed my time there, especially just because it's such a great group of people, and I've been there for 3 seasons now, so I know everyone and really like everyone there. So I'm really happy that they're having me back, and yeah, very excited for the season.
Talking of again Australia, you guys will be playing a test match next summer there. So you already talked about the toughest challenge facing Australia in Australia. So how tough it will be, and what are the things South Africa will be doing in the lead up to that? You guys have a hectic schedule now. So what are the things you guys are planning to do? Not just for the Australia series, but the continuous cricket that's now you guys have been playing.
Yeah, that test match definitely going to be a good challenge at the WACA. I'm so excited for it. I think playing a test match at the WACA is something that any cricketer sort of dreams of, so it's an incredible opportunity. I think obviously with our schedule being this hectic, it's going to be difficult to find time to do some test match prep. I think we're playing T20 and ODI cricket up until Christmas Eve, so maybe early Jan, just before we depart to Australia, I imagine we'll have a camp where we work on a couple of test match things. I think that'll be pretty important that we get that in.
We just talked about the hectic schedule. Talking about the bigger picture, women's cricket is now drawing packed crowds everywhere. Be it the women's Ashes, the 100, you guys are playing in front of packed at home crowd. So what's how is the evolution of women's cricket been like, and what's the next step in women's cricket's evolution?
Yeah, the evolution has been insane. I don't think when I started playing for South Africa, I never knew sort of it would be at the level that it is now. Just with all the leagues around the world, with all the cricket that we're getting to play, it's been a very special sort of evolution, and I can't wait to see what the next 5 years hold. Yeah, I think there's still a lot of space for growth, especially in South Africa. I think if we could have our own sort of SA20 for the women, that would be really special. And to just further improve those women's domestic contracts, I think is important too. Yeah, and globally, I hope we get some more Test cricket in the future. I think I'd really enjoy that. And I could just imagine that all the leagues like WPL will just keep growing. So yeah, very exciting times.
Yeah, very well said. One last one from me. So with the packed calendar, how do you guys manage the time away from cricket? What are things Laura Wolvaardt likes to do to unwind away from cricket? Is there a go-to person when you don't want to talk to cricket?
Well, at the moment, I'm still studying. I'm doing my Bachelor of Science in Life Sciences. I've got an exam in 16 days on the 20th of October. So I've pretty much just been in my room studying in all my free time, which has been a bit boring. But yeah, I look forward to getting those exams done and then hopefully just enjoying my time in Australia at the Big Bash a bit, maybe just explore, do some touristy things. Yeah, that's sort of the plan for the next couple of weeks.
So on that note, I have to ask this as well. So how do you manage your studies and cricket now that it's fully professionalized and you guys are playing round the clock, throughout the year?
It's becoming harder and harder. I think the studies was all fun and games in the first couple of years when I wasn't really playing a lot of leagues and I had a lot of months at home to sort of get it done, but it's been very challenging the last 2 years to fit everything in. I think sometimes the last thing I want to do on a training day or whatever is come back home to my room and study and do some assignments and stuff. So yeah, but I'm nearly done. Hopefully I'll be done by next June. So then I can just focus on my cricket full time.